Testimonial years are back after a gap of 9 years at Essex Cricket. Nick Browne has been awarded a testimonial year for 2025. Nick joins me to talk about it. A big honour for your time at the club.
Yeah, thanks, Darren. I mean, it's huge honour. I never thought when I started out at Essex that I'd be in with them great names at Essex to have a benefit year or testimonial year as it is now. Um, I was happy just to play one game for Essex, let alone be at the club now for 12 years and having a benefit year. I mean, I'm over the moon. Yeah.
Yes, so it's yeah, you join a long list of the biggest names at the club, really. So the last one was 2015. That was Ravi Bopara, which I was
That's
chairman
right.
of
He
that
was
benefit
chairman.
committee.
That's right. Yeah.
I remember your contribution that year when there was a game at Chelmsford against the Ravi's All Stars, and the instructions don't get Chris Gale out. I seem to remember a certain N Brown leaping round the boundary and taking a fantastic catch in the deep, and then realising, oh no, that was the universe boss. I wasn't supposed to take that.
Yeah, that wasn't one of my finest moments. I mean, it was a great catch, but
It
I think,
was.
yeah, I was told to quickly just throw it on the floor, but I think it was too late by the time I'd done that, and I think the Chelmsford crowd weren't too happy about that. So,
And it's hard work. So, what are your plans? I mean, you're right that it's to get started early doors because you can't do enough prep. What have you got in place, and what are your plans for the year?
yeah, so obviously still early doors, but yeah, we've got a few things in place, which obviously a few dinners and golf days and that stuff. But my main things I want to do is try and get a few cricket games in, uh, potentially go back to South Woodford where I started playing, Whittam, have a testimonial game at the ground, which would be great fun. But I want to try and be a little bit different with it and try and get involved a little bit more with some of the coaching side or the cult side and do and get out to as many clubs as possible in Essex because I mean Essex is where they've given me a career and Essex League especially as well. I've come through the Essex League, unlike a lot of the others where I've come through academy and whatnot. I've come through the Essex League, which has really given me my chance to play for Essex and have this brilliant career that I've had. So I want to try and get out to as many cricket clubs in Essex as possible, whether that's speaking or whether that's doing coaching clinics and stuff like that, to really try and give back a little bit rather than just doing your classic corporate dinners and stuff like that. I want to try and give back a little bit more. So, um, I mean, I'm really excited about it. I mean, I never expected it. So I'm hoping that we can, yeah, really try and bring the county together with this and have some fun. It'd be good.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I mean, it's a lot of hard work. I've been involved with obviously with Ravi's one, Cookies the year before that, Napes, Poddy, Bozzy. But I think it's important. You're absolutely right to nail it that you got to enjoy it and have fun. Otherwise, it's not worthwhile. And you're raising money for the Essex Cricket Foundation as well.
That's right. Yeah, the Essex Cricket Foundation. I'm hoping to announce another charity soon, which would be great. But the Essex Foundation's been brilliant, uh, brilliant for me and brilliant for a lot of others that around the county. They help a lot of now the ability teams, which has been brilliant. And I've sat on the board of trustees for a little while as well. Um, so it'd be good to help them out and the other charity which I can't announce yet, but it'd be good to help them out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm quite interested in the fact that you mentioned that your career pathway has been slightly different to the academy route that you came through club cricket and the Essex League. It's been a big week for the league because Brentwood from the Essex Premier League has just won the National Club Cup down at New Road, which was a fantastic achievement. I can't tell people enough what a big deal that is, because you go
Oh,
in some of the most massive clubs in the country. You don't realise how big some of these guys are, do you?
no, it's a huge accomplishment, sorry, and congratulations to Brentwood. Uh, I was at Upminster on on Sunday, and for the benefit game was the the Essex Foundation game, and they had the stream on of the Brentwood game, which shows how how nice everyone is down at Upminster, but how much the whole of the Essex League wanted Brentwood to win, no matter what the rivalries are on a Saturday. Everyone wants people to do well in the national, and I mean it's an incredible achievement for Brentwood to win the national. And I mean, congrats to them. They've been knocking on the door for a few years, haven't they? So yeah, good on them.
Yeah, that's right. Um, Top of the order batsman, that comes with its own joys and tribulations. But for you, I would say one of the joys of your career at Essex was spending so much time in the middle alongside that bloke from Malden.
That boring bloke, yeah.
Yeah, can't drink, rubbish.
Yeah, exactly right. uh, I mean, yeah, I can never get away from my time that I've had with Cookie, to be honest. Um, Seems to be every interview that I've ever had, it's about Cookie, and so it should be. I mean, he was my hero, growing up, and I got to spend what 6, 7 years opening the batting with him, and now he's one of my good mates, and now he's on my testimonial committee, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
So yeah, so he's going to help us out a lot this year. But yeah, having that period with him opening the batting was great fun. It was a sad day when he's gone, when he left. I mean, it was tough work holding back the tears while he was crying his eyes out in the dressing room, which was quite surreal. But yeah, I suppose you've got to move on at times.
Essex has that effect. I mean, because it's such a everyone that comes through and plays for the club comes through the system. They're local. I read a stat recently about how many of the current first team squad were born at Rush Green Hospital, for example.
Yeah,
And come through like yourself. You come through the club system, come through the academy, and when it comes time to move on, whether to leave to another club or retire, whatever else, there are pretty much always emotional scenes. People. It's a really hard wrench to walk away from Chelmsford.
yeah. I mean, the stats on us producing homegrown players is incredible, and that's hats off to the whole committee. Sorry, the whole academy lot and people like John Childs and Barry Heim. Them guys who do amazing jobs behind the scene. Um, but I think we're just a team of local lads that want to play for Essex, and we don't want to move away, and we just love it. We just love it. And so it's going to be hard when you leave somewhere that you love. So um, in any situation, you see like Brentwood's Benny Allison and Essex's Benny Allison leaving this year. It's sad, and he's sad to leave, but it's the best thing for his career, and we'll recognise that. So without going on to him, but best of luck to him. And well done for winning nationals. But he's sad to leave, but it's the best thing for him.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I know you lot are a bunch of singers. I was wondering if you were going to have a testimonial karaoke night featuring some of the first team's finest warblers. Or a dance
That's not
off,
the.
because you can move some of you boys as well.
I don't know about dancing or singing. Uh,
Well, it'll be a
it's
great
not the
year,
word.
and well deserved, Nick, because I've seen you come through since you were a young whippersnapper. When was it you made your debut? Was it 2014, 2015?
Uh, First class 2012. Sorry, 2013.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so 2013. Played the year before 2012. So yeah, 2013 was my first class debut.
Well, yeah, but I think it also shows you talk about, for the 11 years that you've been there, but there's been a really steady level of quality. As you say, people come and people go, but the standard, how do Essex continue to do it? It's like a conveyor belt of consistent talent.
I mean, I've been incredibly lucky over my career that I have played with great players and in great dressing rooms. And dressing rooms change over years with different captains and whatnot. People come and go, but we seem to, well, throughout my career anyway, we've always been challenging something or winning something, and that's not always been the case. But the last 10 or so years, we've been right up there with everything. I think it's because of the love of the club, to be honest, and all the, like you say earlier on, everyone's local and wants to do well for the club.
And just a final word about South Woodford. I've always enjoyed going down there and playing. It's always a good, fun place to be, and you seem to be surrounded by decent people down there.
Yeah,
I suppose that's where it all started for you and set you on your path.
it is. I mean, my mum and dad actually met down at South Woodford, which is quite bizarre, and they've been down there ever since. And I was brought up down there, you know, from a baby right the way through, um, playing out the front there and then playing games, and it's given me everything, that club, and I'd love to try and give something back to it, which would be fantastic. It's potentially not the cricketing club that it once was, but hopefully we can bring that back to where we hopefully should be in the Premier League, and we can reignite something down there, which would be great. I mean, my little sister still runs the bar down there, and she's the social manager. So the club, sorry, the family's still very much involved down there.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah,
Well, listen, congratulations on being awarded your testimonial. I wish you absolutely all the best. We will support you all the way on Phoenix FM and 98 Not Out. We will publicise everything and give everything a big push, and anything at all you need from me or the station, just get your committee to shout out, and we will do the business for you.
thanks, Dale. I really appreciate it. And look, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a fun year, and hopefully we can get around to one of your clubs or during the season, which will be great fun.
And you can win the county championship while you're busy doing all that as well.
I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it, to have a benefit year and then win it in the same year.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Great talking to you. Great catching up as always.
Thanks,
All the
Darren.
best, and thanks for joining us on 98 Not Out. And we will speak soon.
Thanks, Darren. Cheers, mate.